My name's Catherine Speglia, and I'm with RCR Wireless News, and I'm here at CCA Convention, and I'm talking to Andy Purdy, who is the Chief Security Officer for Huawei Americas, and I have some questions for him. And my first is, there's been little direct, meaningful engagement with U.S. policymakers around the Huawei ban. Can you explain to me why that is, and why they won't engage?
Well, for a definitive answer to that, you may have to talk to the U.S. government, but in normal situations like this, they would be having conversations with us about the issues. And right now, it seems like, not of our choosing, we are kind of caught in the middle between U.S. China on the trade talks. And so the U.S. apparently wants to try to make progress on that before they talk with us. So we hope they will talk with us soon.
Right. And you mentioned earlier at a seminar about cybersecurity that if those trade wars were not going on and Huawei was not stuck in the middle of it, the conversations would be different, and there would be even more conversations that are not happening. So can you tell me what conversations those might be?
Well, the two major areas would be, one, our ability to sell to our customers and what the security concerns are of the government, and possibilities for how the risk could be addressed to the satisfaction of the U.S. government, building on lessons from the fact that Nokia and Ericsson are allowed to do business in the United States despite their deep ties to China. There are government-monitored risk mitigation programs in place that allow them to do that. We have a lot of lessons learned from our experiences in the UK, Germany, Canada, and elsewhere. So we'd love to have those conversations about what can be effective to address the U.S. government concerns.
Right. Can you talk to me a little bit about 3GPP and the NESAS?
Well, as the technologies and communications evolve from the 4G into the 5G, a large group of global organizations, companies, and governments have worked through the 3GPP process of developing standards for 5G. And those standards are based on the most upcoming business scenarios, doing extensive threat modeling, and then standards are developed to address those. As 5G evolves, there will be new business scenarios and new standards and conformance programs to help make sure the risk is addressed. So it's critically important. There are like 500 organizations participating. We hope the U.S. government will kind of jump in, kind of the water's fine, and participate in those activities to help make sure we're all safer.
And how, as technology advances, cybersecurity threats and concerns are going to evolve and change right along there with technology. How can we ensure that these standardization practices remain flexible enough to keep up with that type of change?
Well, by making sure that governments and major organizations around the world are actively engaged in an ongoing way for continuous development where necessary and improvement, which certainly will be necessary over time. Folks are well prepared and have the systems in place and the mechanisms and the protocols to drive forward with proposals to how to address the new threats or the most significant threats in a way that can be effective and transparent.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Andy Purdy. It was really nice meeting you.
It was a pleasure. Thank you.